So I thought I was a secularist until science laws. I didn't even know that I believed in God. It was when the science law that said that there was a no choice reason that out of consideration and other people's safety that you should sequester your children indoors and with a mask on. It clued me. I was like, wait a minute, if God would never allow this, God would never be under the wide legalese umbrella of the term molesting, because blocking their airways, right? Because I'm smart enough to know that children's growth could be stunted if their airflow is restricted. Then I could charge God with restricting little children's airflows and sequestering them indoors, away from each other. Okay, that is when I started to know that these moral relativists is not what I am, because yeah, they don't. I mean, then I can start to see why they say this Satan's best trick is convincing people he doesn't exist, because the Satanists don't believe in Satan. They're just secular humanist moral relativists, and they don't think that I should have even had help even defining what they are by people who are smart enough to point it out. They think I didn't deserve to get help from somebody to show and see that, because in a sense I would have been fine. I would have been okay without anybody helping me, because I had seen that I knew enough that what restricts growth is something that God has no part of it. And so if there's a law that says you have to do this, it's not God's law. It wouldn't be God's law. That clued me into what it was. So without moral relativist dipshits, I wouldn't have even fucking known that I believe in God. But since I do now, it's going to be like all this deflecting and denial, and also they're trying to compartmentalize you into a box, stigmatize you for polarity and for galvanizing for polarity, because reductive reasoning is moral relativism. So that's what they like it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they want to see it. So that's why the polarization and galvanizing until they get to see what they want and need to see, which is reductive reasoning, because it matches them. Moral relativists like to see fucking reductive reasoning. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know you can. Everybody knows that the reductive reasoning is a false dichotomy, but they say it anyway. They'll do it anyway. Partly because by that point in time, it's like, the commies are there to starve millions and fucking murder fucking millions of people. So you don't want to fuck with them. So that's like MS-13, and saying, well, we chop people up and leave them all dismembered fucking in a bag in front of your mama's house. So that reminds people what we're gonna have to think like if they ever start to intimidate us. We're gonna have to start thinking like, I'm gonna chop off your motherfucking head if you try to intimidate us or me. Wow. Because I don't like anything new. I don't like anything changes. If I lived in a Sereno neighborhood, I would want it to just be a Sereno neighborhood. I wouldn't want to see, if I was living in the Midwest somewhere, I probably wouldn't want to see North Daniels there. If I'm living in California, I definitely don't want to see the fucking MS-13s talking. I just like what's already there. I just like what's there, and I don't like anything changed. If they want, then they'll, eventually all the gangsters want to get it on the up and up. Eventually, nobody wants to remain a gangster. Yeah. I'm not, by the way. So the reason I'm telling you that I'm not is so that I can snitch whenever I fucking feel like it. I have to remind, what I'm saying? So that way, when if they try to intimidate me, then they look stupid. because I'm a civilian, right? And then it gives you the excuse that you need to push yourself past beyond your barrier that you set up against punching through, perforating anybody physically. It's like, it's almost like I can't do it. You know what I mean? But they can, you know, and that's their message. So it's like fucking, I don't want to see them then. If that's what they do, then I just don't want to see them. Because I know if if it came down to it, they would, let's say, go after my mother. Okay? But I might want to deport them, but if it came down to it, I could never go after their mother. I couldn't do it. You'd be able to go after my mother, but I would never, get the fuck out. Kick them all the fuck out of here, because I can't do the same thing that they're willing to do. Get them the fuck out of here.